And then there's another guy I'm also starting to see comparison to it, particularly the way he operates on ball screen, is Jayson Tatum. Now, Tatum also, now he wasn't like this when he came in the league, but Tatum's handle now is elite level where he can go back and forth multiple times with the ball and get you off balance and then pick a direction and go, or go, counter, different move, go the other direction. That's not quite Brandon Miller yet with the handle. Let's be honest about it. But where he is excelling, his triple threat pivot work, it reminds me so much of Tatum, where a ball screen comes and he's not going to already be pounding it. He's holding the ball on his hip as the ball screen comes. And now he's going into his jab step stuff, JJ. And here I am sitting in the chair doing this in my office. This is how into this stuff I get. But he's so good with the ball, with his foot, with his pivot, with his rocker stuff to get you sort of off balance and make the defender of the screener not know where he's going. And then he's so good at then that first step, either direction, going and exploding. So his ability now to operate out of that, and he's averaging 25 points a game this month. This is where he's going with his scoring right now. And the main two areas of improvement are his ability to create off the ball screen to a pull-up three or to get into the lane. He's starting to develop these one-footed floaters, 8, 10, 12 feet. These running shots are going in at a high rate. And then the other incremental improvement he's shown here lately is, and I saw a number on him earlier in the year, he was at 54% finishing inside of 5 feet on all field goal attempts, which is a low number for a wing with size. By the time you get in there, like, they should be shooting a higher rate than that. That's up now in the low 60s over the last whatever many games, 15 games. So that's a pretty significant jump, 54 to 62% in that period of time. So that tells you also he's more comfortable now of how to manipulate the ball around guys, to absorb contact a little bit better, make the shot, not rush it as he gets in there. So the patience and how he's seeing the floor at the NBA level, it's all coming together for him. But
the other guy that I, in watching film, the other guy I see a little bit of is Brandon Ingram. And the reason I say Brandon Ingram is because out of that pick and roll, his ability with his positional size to just get to the mid-range, going to his right, going to his left, it doesn't really matter, and just kind of shooting over defenders. And he's got a little bit of that, especially going right. He's got a little bit of that Brandon Ingram tilt. Now he's got a lower release point. Yeah, exactly. He's got a lower release point than BI, but he has that tilt where he can kind of fall away going to his right and just shoot right over the top. The pick and roll stuff lately has been incredible. I talked about the mid-range. You brought up the finishing, and I'm glad you did, because he's had a number of drives. I mean, he had 2 against Anthony Davis in that Lakers game where he's finishing on the other side of the rim with his offhand. So you have that stuff. Shooting threes off the dribble is, to me, the thing that unlocks every elite offensive player on the perimeter. That is the thing. And he had a step-back 3 against the Lakers that just totally shook Austin Reeves that he made. There was a play from the Lakers game that it was my favorite play I've seen. So he's in a strong side pick and roll in the corner, and they run the pick and roll towards the middle. He tags. Austin Reeves catches the ball in the wing. He closes out. They go to try to post. Austin Reeves, passes him, tries to pass Anthony Davis the ball. He steals the ball and he goes down and bangs on somebody. He goes down and dunks. And it's like, if we're gonna comp Paul George, if we're gonna comp Tatum, right, you've got to be disruptive on the defensive end. And that, to me, is, I've seen a lot of that recently. He had a chase down block that was just fucking insane. And it's the reason I want to bring up this. So he gets the chase down block, goes down, makes a spot up 3. They're running a ton of stuff for him right now for catch and shoot threes. So they'll come out of a timeout and they'll run a pick the picker for him to get a catch and shoot 3. His versatility offensively as a rookie is super impressive.